Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So we are going to be installing more interior modifications on my F80 M3, and we recently just did the MF interior dash trim, the Alcantara dash trim. Turned out amazing, absolutely love it. It's really kind of coming together. My vision is really starting to come to fruition, and I know it seems like I'm done, but there's always little details that I want to touch and things I want to do to make it even better. So there's the new dash trim, Alcantara, with the gloss black under trim, M3 logo there, and the vents on either side, also on the driver's side as well. Turned out incredible. In fact, Marco and I were talking after the video posted of the dash trim, and we're gonna get a few more things done. So we're gonna be really kind of deep diving into the Alcantara theme, which I love, and it's really gonna tie everything in, and I'm looking forward to getting those pieces in. They're not going to be in until next month, as they will take a little bit of time. They're much bigger pieces, but it's going to turn out amazing, and I'm looking forward to getting those in. But we're going to be doing some more interior modifications on the F80. Interior is one of my favorite places of the entire car because that is where you spend the most time. So I always want to make sure I dial it in exactly the way that I want it, and we're going to be doing a few more things tonight. So in the car world, when you are modifying something that we all love to do, you do it at your own risk. And the reason why I say that is because everybody, car enthusiasts, love to modify their car. They love to make it look like their own. They like to make it faster, look better, sound different. That is always our goal. It's part of the enjoyment that we get out of our ownerships. But unfortunately, in the car enthusiast world, in the modifying world, things can happen, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And that is happening more often than not. A lot of people are getting into this whole entire modifying world, not knowing much about it, and then catastrophe happens. And unfortunately, over the years, I have seen friends' cars and cars on the internet that we all know, very popular builds, go up in flames because they didn't install something correct, or something broke, or whatever it may be, a situation occurred that they weren't able to save their car. Very fortunate, I've never been in that situation where I've seen my own personal car go up in flames and I've had to watch it basically just burn to the ground, thankfully. But I have a few friends in the past that has happened to, and it is honestly one of the worst things ever. Your pride and joy that you put a lot of time, effort, and money into just literally go up in flames and there's nothing you can do. And to be honest, if that ever happened to me, I would be absolutely devastated. And I know any of you guys watching this video would feel the same way. And one way to make sure you're doing it properly is to be prepared. You never know when a catastrophe may happen, so you want to be ready. And the best way to do that is to have the proper safety equipment. Having a fire extinguisher in your car can legitimately save your car from going up in flames and losing the car totally. It can go from a minor little fire that you can put out very quickly that does barely any damage to your entire car being completely totaled. And in my opinion, having some type of fire extinguisher in your car, whether it's stock or modified, is a must. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and with a car like this that I spent so much time, effort, and money on, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything right. So there is a company called OEM Extinguisher that offers some really great solutions to be able to mount a fire extinguisher on the interior of your vehicle to be ready for any occasion. The great thing about this company is that they offer so many different solutions, whether your seats are stock, whether you have a different type of car, whether you have a Porsche, BMW, what have you, they have multiple kits to be able to accomplish this and get this in your vehicle. It doesn't matter if you have a G80 M3 with the carbon buckets, or you have an E46 M3 or E92 with these standard comfy lazy boy seats that come in those cars. There's still an option for you. Very simple. It mounts directly on the passenger side on the seat rails, and it's a very seamless install. And you have something at arm's length to be able to put out a fire, a friend's car, whatever it may be, right in the interior of your vehicle. So a really cool solution, and I'm really happy that they have one for the F80. So the owner of OEM Extinguisher and I have been talking back and forth for quite some time, actually, almost a year now. We have been talking about getting a solution in my personal F80 for quite some time. Finally, I told myself it was time to get it done, and we were able to get a solution for my car that looks amazing. Now, if you guys have been following me, you guys know that I run Recaro pole positions in my F80, so I do not have the stock seating in here. But fear not, OEM Extinguisher and I worked together to be able to create an amazing solution for these specific seats. So first and foremost, as I mentioned, they have kits for pretty much any car or a lot of vehicles, a lot of different brands for your stock seating, and they mount right up actually underneath the passenger side right around here. So it actually uses the factory rails and it bolts right to it. It no jokes installs in minutes, and you have a nice solution right here. But as you can see, I'm running the Recaro pole positions, and unfortunately there wasn't a solution that I was 100% happy with, so OEM Extinguisher and I got together to create an amazing solution. Now on their website they do offer a pole position kit. However, it requires you to drill into the bottom of the seat, and I did not want to do that. One, I didn't want to risk any integrity of the overall structural and safety of the seats, and two, I don't want to drill into $4,000 seats because that's just not my thing. I wanted something that I can take in and out if I ever need to, something that's not going to permanently modify my beautiful Recaro pole positions. So I reached out, I was like, hey, is there any way that we can get a solution to work with these floor mounts? So I am running the Mach Chanel Club Sport floor mounts, which includes the floor mount, the slider, as well as the side rails. Love these things. Very, very nice solution. It's a nice all-in-one kit, looks really good, functions well, and it gets the job done. But however, there wasn't a solution for it. So we had to go to the drawing board and figure out a custom bracket to get this done. Now, thankfully, one of my friends that we talk often on Instagram, F80 Alex, he has his own YouTube channel. He's actually good friends with the owner of OEM Extinguisher, and they live fairly close to one another. And Alex actually runs the exact same setup as me. So the same Recaro pole positions with the Pepita inserts. He runs the PRI floor mounts, which are exactly the same as the Mach Chanel. They're just rebranded. So it's the exact same setup that I am running. And they were able to use basically my entire setup to get this done. So I'm really thankful for both of them being able to get this done. They're out in Texas, so I wouldn't have been able to do this, sending back and forth and everything. So I'm very thankful that the two of them were able to work together to get this accomplished, and we're really happy with the end result. So this is what we came up with, and this is the custom bracket that was made for the Recaro pole position. So the bracket that it actually mounts up to the extinguisher is right here. So that's going to bolt right up here, and you can kind of see how it's going to look. And it's going to snap right into place. It's got a nice clip here to release it if you ever need to. So that is very, very simple. It includes all the hardware. Now for the actual extinguisher, of course, we went above and beyond and we got a paint match. So for an extra cost, you're able to get your extinguisher painted whatever color you want. You can get a paint match to your car. You can do whatever it is that you want. You can just go with the default red if you wanted to. But as you guys know me, going above and beyond, I want to make sure I do it the way that I want to do it, and getting it color matched was the way to go. I like the red. I think it's cool, but I think the paint match is going to look even nicer. It's going to blend in enough where you almost don't see it, but at the same time, you'll know it's there if you ever need it. So I'm happy we decided to go through with this and get the paint match. The paint match is absolutely beautiful. I mean, kind of hard to show on camera here, but it is spot on, and I'm really happy with the end result. So I'm going to install this for you guys, show you how to get this done and how it looks. We're also going to be installing some new floor mats. Now a little bit different. Most people go with carpet. Most people go with the all-weather mats. For me, I've always been a big fan of these, very, very track oriented, and I think it looks really awesome. They don't have them for the rear, it's just for the front, but I just like the look of this. I think it looks cleaner. And to be honest, after we kind of did all the Alcantara and everything, the current P2M checkered mats that I've had in here kind of gets a little distracting. I think the black is going to look a little bit nicer. For the rear, I'm just going to put the stock black mats back in, tie everything in, but we're going to throw those in after we get the extinguisher in here, and I think it's going to clean up the look. All right, never mind. I'm going to leave the seat in here just because the harness and everything is plugged in, and I don't want to mess up any of the coating and all that. So we're going to leave the seat in. I tilted it back far enough so you guys can see what's going on. But what we want to do is we're going to be slipping this bracket on the inside of the Mach Chanel floor mount. So let me get the hardware real quick. And what we want to do now is basically just slide it into place of where it needs to be. Kind of line up the holes down here, which is what we're going to be using to mount it. And we want it as tucked up as possible. But let me first get into place. All right, so we got 2 of the screws over here in place, or 2 of the threaded holes. So we're going to take the provided hardware, screw it into the side here, make sure it's lined up nice and even. And there's going to be room for adjustments, be able to move it kind of in the right position. So all I want to do is basically get it in these slots first, and then we can position it where we need to. All right, so now I'm actually going to tighten down, not all the way, the top screw. And we're going to leave the bottom one loose so we have room to adjust it to where we would like to get it. But the really cool thing is, as you can see, there is actually a little arch here, which they designed purposely to butt up as close as possible to the bottom of the seat here. So it's not going to be sticking out too far. It's not going to interfere. It wraps around super nicely, which is really, really nice around the seat. So again, looks like an OEM solution, but it's aftermarket. So we wanted to get as close to it looking like it was supposed to be there as possible. And they absolutely nailed it. I mean, look at the finish of this and everything. It blends in so well. It looks like it's a part of the seat. It's pretty impressive that we were able to do this multiple states away and get it this good. So again, thank you to Alex to be able to help me out and get this situated. So now that we have this basically in the position that we want, which honestly, I think it's pretty good. I just want it back as far as possible. So it's as close to this seat, as the bottom of the seat, and then we can tighten things down. But it looks to be in pretty much where I want it. And then I can go ahead and tighten these down. You don't have to crank them down like crazy or anything. Let's see if I can center these washers so they're not crooked. All right, so we got it bolted down. I'll show you in a second of how close and nice and neat that looks. I love how it tucks up beautifully against the seat. Again, looks like an OEM solution. There's still plenty of room for the rail here to be able to slide it back and forth, which is perfect. I mean, this doesn't get any better than this. This thing looks amazing. So look how close that is, nice and tucked up. Looks beautiful and perfect. And again, looks like it's a part of the seat. So now, the front is a little top heavy now. Now we need to get the actual basket that the fire extinguisher is held on by. 2 T30 screws that are included in the kit. And they just bolt right in. As you can see, there's threaded inserts inside there, and you bolt it up and we're done. So let me go ahead and throw this in and we can wrap it up. All right, so now we're simply just going to bolt it up like this. Line up the threads here. Screw it down loose for now. How cool is that, guys? Plenty of clearance between the rail down here to be able to lift that up and be able to move the seat, no problem. So the best part is obviously putting the extinguisher back in there, but let me go ahead, bolt down the seat and everything, and then I'll show you the final look because I still got the seat kind of pushed forward. But yeah, this looks amazing, fit beautifully, absolutely love it. All right, guys, so we got the seat all bolted down. I actually moved it over 1 notch. I've been meaning to do that. I did the same thing with the driver's seat not that long ago, since it was positioned a little too far over, and I finally had the seat out, so I moved it over 1 notch. Now it's nice and even on either side. So let's go ahead, let's get the actual extinguisher, see how this thing looks. So we got the beautiful color matched OEM extinguisher going in. Let me set up the camera for you guys so you can see. So when you get it from OEM extinguisher, this little piece is in here just to kind of hold its shape. So you actually take that out. So looking at it a little bit more, I realized that this hole right here, which is where it actually comes out, the retardant, there's actually a little pin right there that fits right into that. So it goes this way. Clip it in, and there we go. How amazing does that look? Nice and tucked up, it's not touching the seat at all. I still have plenty of room under here to touch the rail. I sat in here to make sure I can move it back and forth, no problem. I'll show you guys that in a second, but plenty of room, nice and tucked up, not touching the seat right here. I'll show you all the details, but how amazing is that? So if you ever need it, God forbid, all you do is pull up on here, take that out, and you are good to go. So it's very easy to take in and out, flip it down, and it's good to go. Yeah, man, that just looks so good. I'm so happy with this. So here is a little bit better look. You got some nice clearance, not touching the seat at all. As you can see underneath, the bracket is not touching the underside of the seat. There is space right there. And let me sit in here so I can demonstrate for you guys. Don't make fun of my Crocs. But you reach under here, I'm able to move the slider, no problem. I know some of you are probably like, oh, it gets in the way when you sit here. Absolutely not, because the way your knees are positioned, your knees actually go right over it. So got plenty of clearance. I can still move my feet here. And to be honest, I really don't have that many passengers in here. Once in a while, my wife, which she's much smaller than me, so she's not gonna have any issues with this at all. But yeah, looks good, looks great, nice, comfortable, nice and safe. All right, so now that we got the extinguisher installed all out of the way, now we can go over and install the new rennline track floor mats. So that's the driver's side. This is the passenger side. If you flip it on over, you will actually see it comes with Velcro. So all you do is just peel it off, stick it where it needs to go, and then place it in the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you guys what it looks like. Now in the F80 M3, it comes with those little Velcro circles for the stock mats, and it comes with Velcro. So what I ended up doing was using the softer side of the Velcro included and put it in the back so it attaches to those circles. And then I also put the grippy side in the middle there so it grips onto the carpet and it has a little bit better hold. Now, this is some pretty strong Velcro, I'm not gonna lie. So it's gonna hold really well, but I thought that extra layer would be good. Now, if you didn't have carpet in your car and it was a true track car and there's no carpet there, then you would use either side and put these together to Velcro it to the floor. But since I have carpet in here, it simply just Velcros in right on those little circles and we'll be good. So as you can tell, I removed the extinguisher because I didn't want to scratch it. So let me go ahead and throw this in and we'll go over to the driver's side and get that done. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty darn awesome. They fit very nicely. You kind of have to form it a little bit since they are made of metal, so you can kind of bend them in the shape to the form of the floor. Didn't take much, but man oh man, that combo, I'm telling you, looks amazing. I love the little checkered ones, but I think this cleans it up a little bit more. And you can actually get these in silver as well, but as you guys know, I would obviously go for black, and that is what I did. But look how good that looks. Hard to see with the lighting, but I absolutely love it. Very easy to clean as well. You just wipe them down. Doesn't hold any debris or anything like that. They come out easily with the Velcro. It's a win in my book. And also one of the things that they said that you can do is actually take your factory carpets, or whatever ones that you're using, and throw them right on top and do that if you want. But I'm going to permanently remove those because I personally like the rennline much better. No, the checkered ones are not for sale, so don't ask. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. I think it just looks way cooler, way more track focused, and in my opinion, much cleaner. All right, so we got the driver's side installed as well. Looks amazing, fits great. Had to bend it into shape a little bit. One thing you're gonna notice is this little cutout here. This specific floor mat set fits F80, F30. So I believe there's a cutout or a bump out in the transmission tunnel on the F30. That's why it's like that. I wish they had F80 specific, so it went all the way back, but not the end of the world, but still looks amazing. And I'm really happy with the look. And not to mention the beautiful OEM extinguisher paint matched bracket for the Recaro pole position with the new rennline floor mats. I'm just so in love with this look. Then we got the nice, beautiful MF interior dash trim. We got the GTS center console. We got so much stuff going on in here. I absolutely love it. Again, as I mentioned, we have a few more things coming from MF Interior that's going to tie all this in even more. But I'm telling you, even the small thing like this, like the extinguisher and the floor mats, it makes this car for me even better. Truly, I know it's small things, but doing these small details just makes me fall in love with the car even more. Also, I swapped out the rear carpets as well for the factory black ones. It had the checker ones back there, but obviously I think that matches much better with the ren lines over there. So that is gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I said it like 13 times in this video, but every little detail that I do makes this car better and better. It makes me love it even more every single time, especially when I go out and actually drive it and enjoy it. It just completely reminds me every single time of how fantastic of a car we built and how amazing of a car of an F80 M3 actually is. I promise you there's going to be a lot more driving videos, a lot more experience in this car throughout this season, throughout the warmer months. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to get everything dialed in for the season and getting it ready to enjoy for the rest of the year. We still got to get the hood PPF'd after the paint fully cures. Still have to wait 45 days. We're about 2 weeks in or so. So that's got to get done. But once that's done, I'm going to feel much more comfortable driving the car. Still got a couple other things coming for the car, as I mentioned. So I will be updating you once those come in, installs and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in the OEM extinguisher kits for your car, whether you have pole positions or you have factory seating, use the link below. I will put it in the description. You can use my discount code AutoFreakGarage for 5% off your entire order. I just want to give a huge shout out to OEM Extinguisher for not only providing an amazing solution, but also doing something so custom from multiple states away. Huge shout out to Alex as well for being very smart, using CAD design and get everything kind of worked out and all the brackets and all that stuff. The teamwork between the three of us was absolutely incredible, turned out amazing. That's one of the things I love about the car community, the aftermarket supports. All three of us put our heads together and came out with an amazing solution, and it worked perfectly. Highly recommend picking one up for you guys, whether your car is stock or modified. It is always good to have something like that on hand no matter what. It can save your car, it can save your pride and joy from going up in flames, or a friend's car, whatever it may be. You will be ready. Not to mention it looks amazing, and there's multiple solutions for any car basically. So use the link below with my discount code AutoFreakGarage for 5% off. Your car can be nice and safe and also look good at the same time. If you guys have any other questions, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple. I'll catch you guys in the next one.